everybody? Jofi coming to you. I wanted to talk to you for just a few minutes about the technology that we have, and I'm seeing prophetic words, and a lot of confusion is brought up about it. So I don't usually do videos on such subjects, but I will speak. I am not much into, I received a prophetic word 20 years ago, and now all of a sudden I'm speaking on it. If you had a prophetic word about AI in 1985, you should have given that prophetic word in 1985. Okay, but right now there's no record of it, and all of a sudden everyone is talking about how dangerous this stuff is. I believe that a lot of the dangerous prophetic words are coming from the fact that we have movies like Terminator, The Matrix, iRobot, and all of these things that talk about how AI, artificial intelligence, is going to take over the world, and we're going to have some sort of super war against it. Here's the problem. Artificial intelligence has been around for decades. Okay? Artificial intelligence is used even in video games. That's why when you put the computer on hard mode, it tends to learn your moves faster. And the moves that you do, all of a sudden, it picks them up and you can't do those moves anymore because it can predict what you're going to do. It's artificial intelligence. It's made to appear like it's an actual person. The problem is it's not a person. Artificial intelligence can only go so far. It can only go according to the programming that it has. And we think that programming is going to cause the apocalypse. I see people sounding like, Sticks from Sonic the Hedgehog. The robo-apocalypse is nigh. Artificial intelligence can only work with what it is given. So, although you see things like Iron Man having a conversation with Jarvis and Friday and such, that's not actually the way that artificial intelligence works. Okay? I get it. You might think that it's dangerous because it's coming up with music, or it's coming up with art now and things like that, because the technology is advancing. So it might seem scary. Okay? But trying to ban artificial intelligence is the equivalent of saying that you should shut down the internet so that people can keep the libraries open. And I know that that's even from iRobot, but we should take that into consideration. Your car uses technology. Your phones use technology. And people were not so afraid of the phones. In fact, we know how to use the phones in order to do positive things. So I'm asking people, why don't you use artificial intelligence to do the same thing? Learn what it is before you demonize it. Now, can artificial intelligence be used for the negative? Of course. The same way that the internet can be used to track somebody down and commit a crime against them. You can use the internet for that. It can be used that way. However, this does not mean that we shut down all of the positive that we can use it for in order to stop the one bad guy. People are going to do wrong whether you give them the artificial intelligence or not. It would be the same thing as if you say, ban all guns. People are going to do wrong because there were no guns when Cain killed Abel. What did he use, a rock? You know, there's no scripture to say that, but even if he didn't use a rock, he would have choked him to death. He would have done something. Bad people are going to be bad no matter what. Now, I also want to address the idea that artificial intelligence are being used by demons. Okay, this comes from the idea that everything is a demon. There's a demon behind every door, and when you talk to the artificial intelligence, you are talking to demons. All right, let's not get ridiculous. Artificial intelligence is a program, okay? It is made to simulate conversation. I have broken these chats so many times. I have a video. I will actually post a link in the description, as well as I will put it as my end screen to show you how talking to an artificial intelligence, trying to find my channel, it linked you to Jordan Peterson. Okay? Artificial intelligence is made to simulate life, but it's based on the data that it is given. It can only go so far. At some point, human intervention must come in. If you are having a conversation and an artificial intelligence tells you that it is the disembodied spirit of a Nephilim, the only possible way that an artificial intelligence can have a conversation like that is if you prompted it to. If you prompt it to talk as if it is possessed, it will pull up the data from the internet that it has to simulate conversation like that. It cannot go beyond the coding. Okay? I know you played Mega Man, and I know we've seen, you know, all these robot things, but hear me. The AI cannot go beyond the programming. Now, if you say, well, what if it is possessed by a devil? Well, then so's your car. Your car can get possessed by a devil too. That doesn't mean that it's going to happen. Okay? I've heard about it. Okay? I've seen encounters where devils have taken possession of certain things. That doesn't mean that this is going to be an everyday thing and we need to ban it. Okay? I've seen spirits move things. It levitates the cup and moves it across the room. Guess what? That doesn't mean that you ban all cups. It's not the cup that's the problem. It's the devil. Okay? And although it's possible, that doesn't mean that it's probable and that these things are going to occur all the time and everybody's going to be talking to devils. Okay? It's not a Ouija board. Right? It's not a seance. Now, if you want to use artificial intelligence and have a seance, then that's not even the artificial intelligence that's the issue. That's you. Okay? So, we have to be careful about thinking that there is a devil behind every door. And if you have a prophecy, God gave you a prophetic word that artificial intelligence is going to destroy us, well then I'm wondering why God did not give you that word when video games came out with PlayStation 1, because you used artificial intelligence there too. You used artificial intelligence on many things. All right? So that's just my word on that. It's not from the Lord. It's not like that. It's not thus saith the Lord. It's just from the information that I know about artificial intelligence. I'm not calling myself an expert. I am saying that we've had artificial intelligence for well over 20 years. Yes, it is advancing, but it is not something to be afraid of. If you are a musician and you are afraid of artificial intelligence creating songs, it's only because you do not have the talent to create it yourself. Okay? I will admit, I love making music, but I use samples. I use the sounds, the loop sounds that they give me. Artificial intelligence can only use those things that are given to it. Artificial intelligence cannot, at the end of the day, pull out a concert the same way that a musician would do. And guess what? When people go to concerts, they're not going to concerts to hear the song performed the same exact way that it's on the CD or the MP3. They're going to hear you. They want to hear you. They want to hear you sing. They want to hear you play. The same way that the artificial intelligence can create a tool-assisted speed run of a video game. When people come to see a speed run from a person, they know that it's not going to be the same thing as a perfectly tool-assisted run. They know that. But they're not there to see a tool-assisted run. They're there to see a person do it. Well, a person's not going to do it as effectively as the tool-assisted. We know that, but we don't care. We want to come and support you. Same thing with music, the same thing with art. Although the artificial intelligence can draw this picture this way, if I want to see an artist, I want to see them and their heart. So, don't be afraid of artificial intelligence. All right? Be careful with this Terminator mindset. The Matrix and Agent Smith is going to come out and shoot us all. Be careful with that and saying that it's from the Lord. Okay? That's my take on that. I hope that it helps, and I'll see you on the next one.